Hello and welcome to tribescast.com. We are here bringing you Tribes Ascend Action, the Hi-Res Studios invitational scrimmage series. I am Delirium. With me is Craig, our cameraman. Say hello, Craig.
Hello, hello.
We also have Hi-Res Bart from the Hi-Res company here helping us do this sort of series of games, and also Tweak is here to help me do the analysis. Say hello,
Hello.
guys.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Hi-Res Industries bringing you fast since 2006.
Tribe has gotten a makeover. We are here to bring you the constantly developing competitive scene. Apparently, there was a lot of fun things happened last night with Hi-Res Kevin and Hi-Res Bart covering that. I don't know what teams play, but tonight we are bringing you Void Engineers versus Team Boss. I learned something tonight. If you are been wondering about those hard-coded tags, people with the TROC in their names, that is the something like the Tribes Renegade online community. So the Renegade players from the olden days of Tribes One. They are represented here as Boss, taking on a very old Tribes team in Void Engineers, led by a very old Tribes named Vitor. And we are interested to see what they're going to do. We're going to start the first map on Crossfire in just a second here, and then we will get this ball rolling. Go ahead, Bart.
Alrighty. Well, let me be the second to welcome you, as Delirium says such a wonderful job there, to this match here that we have going on between the Void Gentlemen, the gentlemen of the Void Engineers, led by Bytor, and Team Boss, as Delirium was saying, partially made up of that Renegades community. We're going to be moving over to Crossfire, doing through the rotation of Crossfire, Arcs, Dry Dock, Bellow, Mega Catabatic. We'll go through that ad nauseum, I'm sure. If you want to know when the next matches are upcoming, go ahead and follow me on Twitter at HighResBart. You can find me on the forums at HighResBart. You can find me in the game at HighResBart. You can find me
He's
under that
HighResBart
name
everywhere.
somewhere. So thank you for coming. I will be a silent contributor, yelling at my own screen at home, and participating in chat. So thank all for coming. Love you much. We need you, and go Tribes.
Bart is visible, handsome, esports caster, and Guru Swami. As we're going to be live here on Crossfire, the first map of tonight, this is going to be a best of 5 between these two teams. Tweak predictions. You have a team that you favor in this matchup?
I'm a fan of Void Engineers because they did beat my team, but I do believe that this one's probably going to go to Boss, just how I've seen them perform before.
Let's look at their lineup. I see for Engineers playing Blood Eagle, the red team, Bytor, Blue Jay, Frost, Squidly, Nitrous, Furious, Phantom, Lanthus, and Snowdog, all names that I recognize from public servers. Ooh, it looks like Boss is missing a player. No, there's the last one. Sunfire, Hunts, Maton, or Matin, Silverstar, Demitsu, Armadillo, Rad Nemesis, and Snooks. All going to be facing off, and I already see their Scrambler Cappers out on the field for Diamond Sword. Going to be running those big, wide routes and try and be invisible as they come in. Do you like the Scrambler capping you've been seeing, Tweak?
Yeah, it's really interesting. There's actually 3 Scramblers currently on the field for Diamond Sword, and it's really useful. We saw yesterday what Bart called a whiteout fiesta. Just got blinds everywhere, and it's really effective. You can get a lot of speed and no damage while boosting off those whiteout grenades. Incredibly useful tool as a capper.
I do like the speed boost you get off the whiteout grenades and very little damage. But I have had cappers in my team get stuck in Scrambler and not be able to change, and they were very frustrated by that. They prefer their, their standard Ranger for the HP and speed, as well as I've seen teams running Pathfinder for that just amazing acceleration they can get. And Snowdog's gotten off, but he bounced into the ship, unfortunately, so he's going to have to llama it home. Throws it off, and there's no one there to pick it up, I don't think.
Yeah, they probably just let this one go back.
Looking at Demitsu's going to come in here for a grab. Bounces LG Blue Jay off the stand, but there he goes. He looks like he's got away with all his HP. One guy chasing him, but he should be picked up by his defense pretty easily. It's going to be up to Blood Eagle now to make a play on the stand to stop this cap from happening very early on. Bytor gets away now. Flag is past the Sunfire. Bytor is looking like he's in a little bit of trouble. He's not got a lot of speed over on these side hills, but he is a little bit clear of danger now. So we're going to see if that political fact can be sent home. Snowdog really wants it. There he goes, bounce into it by one of the Diamond Sword players, and now it's Bytor can actually turn that E-grab or counter-grab into the first capture of the night.
Interesting thing is both players that had the flags initially are both playing Scrambler right now, so it seems that the Scrambler capping is becoming more and more prominent as we see
Bart was
play.
repping that really hard in warm-ups for a lot of the games, and then I saw Projectile start practicing it the night after a match, and then it's just been taken off. I'm not sure if it's something people actually like or they're just experimenting with it because it's very new. This is closed beta for Tribes Ascend, and we are contesting the rule set and getting ready to roll out a whole set of tournament rules that will make it very, very cool. Scrambler is not so good at the dueling. When you have the flag and you get home, you can't really defend yourself as well as somebody else in a more combat-ready class. Snowdog's on a back to front here. He's all the way above the midfield, about halfway home with half his health. And immediate, or not immediate, but shortly after that, Hunts gets away with a kind of a counter E-grab with all of his HP. Unfortunately, Squidly has to save the flag that Snowdog was carrying, and now it's going to be up to Armadillo and his homies to try and get it back.
Yeah, we're not seeing enough offensive pressure coming in from the Diamond Sword to get this flag return, whereas we look at the Diamond Sword base itself, and it seems to be pretty much swarmed by Blood Eagle. They've all been taken out by now, but...
Matten is holding the flag with his teammates on this back hill on the Diamond Sword side. They seem to be doing the sort of everybody group up and make sure the flag carrier is protected before you go and try and get it back, which my team was experimenting with yesterday. I'm not sure if everyone agrees on this location, though. The hill can be skied up. Some people were saying it's better to hold it on the ship. You are snipeable on the ship, but then if you're up there, it's harder for the enemy to actually approach you to attack because they have to spend energy to get up there, and it's just very hard to duel up there if you're coming from the bottom.
Correct. My team prefers the top of the ship. One of our cappers made the mistake of landing on the bottom, and our defense kind of gave him shit for it. But being on top is much better because you have to burn so much more energy to get up there. It gives you an advantage on the duel straight away.
We're going to watch our family-friendly language. I'm looking at Squidly is having a little bit of trouble getting away from Nemesis over here. Blue Jays looking to pick him up. I'm not sure. This is the first stamp of the night, and unfortunately for Diamond Sword, they are down one, so they do want to win this standoff and tie it up. Craig is getting scared. He thought a flag was going to go home all of a sudden. I've had some moments that were scary with my team where they had a standoff.
Trokuns made a really big mistake. They threw it off the flag, but Matten managed to threw it off the ship, but managed to pick it back up. Matten managed to pick it up again.
Looks like Bytor might have just conked Matten, actually, trying to get it back. Are they sending Frost in a... No, Frost is playing in Scrambler. Maybe he's stuck. I don't know why he would try to return the flag in Scrambler. It's kind of an awkward thing to do.
Yeah, the Scrambler doesn't provide enough of that damage. The delay on the grenades can be really tricky to get down pat, so it's really good for indoors and close quarters, but when you're out in the field, Scrambler just doesn't seem as effective to me.
And usually I think of the Pathfinder as just the, the godly de facto capping class, but it's really good at getting flags returned. Look at who, Craig? Well, it's the Blood Eagle carrier, the Blood Eagle flag. Yeah, the Blood Eagle carrier Blue Jay is having a little bit of trouble on top of his base. He is actually being chased down by a series of guys, but Blue Jay is successfully hidden underneath the lip of the ship, and now is... Oh no, actually the Blood Eagle flag goes home instead. I didn't watch that fight. But she gets O-sliced and it's just sitting there, no, it bounces off, and now it's trying to save the play. No, Sunfire gets it home! Good job to Diamond Sword, keeping it just to 0-1. That was almost 2-0 for Void Engineers. A quick chain grab by Armadillo is slanked out of the air by Lanthus. That's a problem you may have if a stand-up is not in your favor and you're not on the stand to hold it, then the flag can get capped and then you can have somebody chain grab and take it away from you. Again, it happened to my team. Snowdog is actually on a side route here that he probably ran while there was confusion after the standoff. Dimitsu with an E-grab takes it under the ship. There's a lot of players over here on the Blood Eagle side. Squidly really wants to get that flag. Armadillo really wants to get the back. Looks like it's going to go home, I think. That was good by Boss to actually have somebody in place to stop that play.
Yeah, the offensive positioning here has been really well for them. They managed to have people where they need to be at just the right time.
And now it's been kind of a pitched battle ever since that standoff. There are guys all over Matten here who is crossing paths with Bytor, who got up to stand a stop play. Snowdog saves the Void Engineers flag, good for him. And there's a Shrike up. I'm not sure if either of the teams attacked the generators, but it's been past the 5-minute mark, so if they did go down, then they both come back up by now. Oh, Bytor barely survives with enough AP to cap it out, cap again, to make it 2-0 Void Engineers over Boss. And I'm looking at see who this is. No, I lost it. Where is the Shrike player? That's going to be Blue Jay, a deadly striker in pubs if you ever play with him.
Played against him in pubs and in competition, and he certainly knows how to handle the strike. Last time I saw him, he seemed to be losing it very quickly, but it looks like he's had it for quite a bit longer than the last time we've seen his team play.
Tell me about Shrikes on this map, Tweak. What do you think? Some people think that it's kind of a waste to have a Shrike on this map.
The map's a little too close quarters for it.
Matten is coming in. The stand is clear, and Matten gets away with all of his HP. Let's see if Blue Jay can pick him up. You're saying a Shrike is okay? Or not okay?
It's okay. The size of the map is really short, so it makes the usefulness of the chase for the Shrike a little less effective, but when it still comes to zone defense, it's still easily the best thing in the game for defending a base or a carrier.
Thankfully for Void Engineers, I think that was Frost got away with a nice counter grab, and they're now holding it on the political side. So we're in standoff mode again, which is really bad for Boss because they are losing by 2, and there's only 60 minutes to go, so they want to turn this around as soon as they can. But Tribes is a fun game. It can turn around on a dime if plays are made in an awkward way. You can get chain captures, or you can get nice fast back routes going and just score those up in no time flat. Snowdog's not going to have any luck returning that by himself on top of the Diamond Sword. They have moved from the hill. That's nice to see. I don't think that the back hill is the best place to do this standoff stuff. Squidly is looking for a pass off. Oh, a strike killed him, and Sunfire gets a sick return. They can just control these 2 flags. They can get their first capture of the night. Bite towards the E-grab. He's quickly killed. Looking for Matten. No, Furious fans on the stand, but I think he went the wrong way. Matten returns the flag and captures for their team. And the score is now 2-1. It's a 1-point game. A quick chain grab by Armadillo is going out the back. That's the kind of pressure you can put on when you get in a situation like that and they're not ready to have the standoff end.
Yep, and I think that you were saying how competition can go either way so quickly. I feel a lot of it is how well a team can recover from a bad play. If you hit a bad play and you stick with whatever you were doing, your team will lose very quickly. However, if you can get back on your feet, I think you can really recover. And
Here comes and goes Frost. Looks like Nemesis was knocked off the stand just in time to get him away with the flag. He is being chased. Unfortunately, his chaser is being shot at, I think, by Snowdog. Oh, what? Did he mid-hit him with that thumper? That might have been what happened. I'm not sure how he killed him, but it looked like it was a pretty neat shot. Anyway, so you're absolutely right about the whole being in place and recovering from your plays. And it's kind of quiet with us two talking, but their voice chats, both teams are going crazy right now, trying to control play. Nitrous with a nice return keeps that flag that Hunts was carrying from getting all the way home. Like he was going sort of slowly through the middle. And now it's kind of reset mode. The teams are trying to stabilize their defense and run another offensive play to get the flag moving again. Furious Frost has been the one that we're seeing right now come in. He's been running a lot of these routes, side routes, all the way around the side. The problem with that, unfortunately, is that if you go the long way around, your chasers can just cut you off at the pass before you actually arrive home, if they have any decent ability to ski. Unfortunately, they're not moving the flag enough to stop this play. They need to get off the stand just to stop Frost from getting a free cap here. Demitsu just barely knocks it off, and Frost has not got the flag in place that he wants. But there's just not enough offense. Ooh, oversnipe by Silver Star, and Hunts is got just enough time to save the play for a second. Looking at Lanthus here, as the sniper trying to hold it against the guys trying to hunt him down in the base. Looks like they're actually paying attention to the generator instead of the flag right now. Oh, it's unfortunate. Nitro's got the flag back. And it's taken away immediately by Armadillo again. That's really good by the boss players to be on that stand, make sure that they can't get the free caps.
Yep, their defense needs to have a little bit more support back on their base, otherwise these chain grabs are just going to keep their flag in their hands and not as a capture.
They have control of both flags at the moment, though. Oh, just barely Frost couldn't get it before Nemesis took it away again. They're going to need to pull some guys back to try and stabilize, like you said, in order to get this this play converted, make it a 2-point game instead of 1. No, Boss gets their own flag back again, but the same problem's happening on the Diamond Sword base. Bytor was able to immediately chain grab and take it away.
Not sure if it's just because Crossfire tends to be a more hectic map, but it feels like both teams could be doing a little bit better with defense.
They need to communicate among their defense guys. Bytor is able to put that away, make it 3-1. Just a quick llama grab across the middle, and then see all those suicides pop up. The defense is trying to reset and get back in position. That is a neat feature of Tribes. People can just ditch their bodies and get a new one, drop down from the ships above or wherever they're coming from. Because this game about position, it's about playing really tight capture the flag. There's like a 5-second respawn timer, not like 2 minutes like some games. So it's non-stop action, none of this kill-death ratio waiting game that you play in some games.
Yeah,
the defense definitely, like you were saying, needs to communicate and just make sure they have a guy in the stand before they let the flag get back in that spot. Go ahead, Tweak.
Yeah, they call it a movement-based shooter for a reason, where in cover-based shooters, using the terrain and using the cover around you is best. In here, speed is your best enemy. I mean, best ally, gotta go fast.
I'm having to talk a mile a minute. Frost has gotten away. I was trying to say that Blue Jay crashed his strike to stop flag play in the midfield, but in front of his base. Now he has to go buy another one. Both gens are down, however, so he's not going to be able to buy that right away. Frost is almost dead. His chasers are all on top of him. It's going to be up to Hunts here to stop play for a second. He tosses out the stand. The flag is bouncing around. It's so bouncy in this game. It's hard to control until it stabilizes, and you can shoot it. Lanthus is killed beneath his base. There's guys all over him. Thankfully, the boss players get their flag back, and immediately it's chain grabbed by Bytor again. Both teams are trying to control the enemy flag stand like it's their own.
Yeah, it's a very cluster-heavy offense. I think both teams are going to have really strong offensive plays all the way around, but it's going to see a lot of flag grabs due to the lack of defense because of this cluster play.
Matten is looking like he has run a normal side route from spawn to get this flag all the way back home. And I think his flag was taken away a minute ago to try and stop that flag play by Snowdog. He's almost home, actually. Now Matten needs to have his D guys pick him up. There's Sunfire picking it up for him, so that they can keep it away from this strike, which is in their face, piloted by, who is that? That would be Blue Jay again. Taking a strike all the way over to the enemy side, that's really risky. Most of the times that there will be just... Frost with a sick return, assisted by Bytor, is going to make this probably the 4th cap. Armadillo in a heavy, and actually they're holding it in a heavy from illegal too. Squidly is running, looks like he's running the Doombringer. And that's going to be 4-1. I'm kind of surprised to get Doombringer out. My team experimented with that, but they didn't seem like it was doing the job they wanted it to.
Particularly on this map, I feel especially if you're playing it as a defensive class, which you typically would be, I feel that if you get knocked off, it's just too difficult to get back on your flag stand as a heavy.
We were having trouble with a strike one night, and they were saying, well, go Doombringer and make sure that strike can't come over here. They were actually harassing us during standoffs the way Blue Jay was a second ago. But then I think that it just wasn't, you couldn't have the maneuverability or anything that you needed. Frost is going back toward the enemy base with the enemy flag. I'm not sure what he's thinking there, but he probably had a midfield pickup off of Bytor's llama grab. And they're going to try and escort this guy home. Meanwhile, Matten on that same long side route has just gotten away. There doesn't seem to be anybody blocking him off. Maybe Squidly wasn't in position, but it is pretty easy to knock a heavy on flag off the stand in this game. It's not the strong shield pack variety you used to see in the old Tribes games. There's a Shrike on his tail, though. So there's a lot of Blood Eagle offense over here. It might end up being standoff mode again unless Snowdog can get this sick return. No, Demitsu's going to pick it up. And now we're going to go back, hopefully, to a stable position where one team's going to have to try and figure out how to hold on to 2 flags at once, get their flag back, and keep one back at home. Hello, Blue Jay gets 3 kills in a row, 1 ram and 2 with the missiles, and Silverstar just barely able to kill Bytor before that gets the return on that flag. But again, another kill by Blue Jay, bumps the flag with his strike. Those things are so dangerous in standoffs, but now finally it goes down.
Yeah, these offensive strikes seem to be doing quite well at just disturbing the enemy enough to break their lines. Unfortunately, LO Blue Jay's typically in there with very little backup, and he's unable to have anyone pick up the flags off of his kills.
I'm not going to name names, but I saw one of the craziest returns happen in competition. Think about this, if you will. Pretend you're in a standoff, and you've got a completely unlocked account. Put Smackdown on an infiltrator. That's the perk that lets you force drop a flag by meleeing someone. and just walk up to the guy holding the flag and melee them. Instant flag return, because you're invisible, right?
I was there for that.
Viable or not viable?
Oh, viable. We
Happened
saw
to
it
somebody
happen.
I know.
We casted that match together.
Actually, this is not a match that was casted.
Oh, well, we watched an infiltrator do that same exact move, though.
Frost looking for a return. Matten just barely saves it. Bytor's all over him. This is by Furious Phantom. Another kill by Frost. This flag is bouncing all over the place, and Blue Jay's right there trying to get it as well. There we go. Bytor's gotten it back, and now it looks like both flags went home, actually. Yeah, probably this about the same time. Armadillo can't get anywhere. Let's see if Snowdog. Snowdog was the king of llama grabs the other day. Sniped by Silver Star, unfortunately. When I watched him, he was just all over the enemy flag stand. Nitrous is a nice midfield pickup. It's going to try and make this 5-1 cap out. No, but he is chained down by Demitsu. He's probably going to get this return. There we go. And Matten is again taking the stand away, but I don't think he was able to get quite the run he wanted. It's like he was going to try a whiteout jump, but he was sniped by Atlantis or Blue Jay, somebody, before it could happen. Time is running out on this clock, unfortunately, for Team Boss, because they are deep in the deficit for captures this map. It's a 5 capture limit, but they are losing 4-1. I don't see it happening in the next 6 minutes, but they can recover some pride and maybe some team coordination if they just make some good plays.
Yeah, it
One of
looks
the real-
like they've
go
seemed
ahead.
to slow down their offense, which hopefully means they're setting up for something big, because it seems like it's been so hectic lately, and they're not just getting anywhere with it.
Matten has now finally run an opposite direction route. It looks like the defense was cleared just by himself. He just, came in, cowboy capping that. He's got no HP left though, and El Blue Jay is going to try and take him out. There we go. There's the missiles going off. Fortunately, he is being escorted by his defense and offense. Hunt's there with the midfield pickup. And at the same time, it looks like they allowed enough to stand. Snow again going through the middle to stop the flag play from being converted. I'm looking at Nitrous trying to kill Matten, but there's enough people here probably to hold on to it. Unfortunately, Matten doesn't have energy to get up top of the base. Now he's in a little bit of trouble as Frost is going to come down above him. Oh no, Hunt couldn't get it. It went back into the arms of either Vitor or Frost. And there's a llama grab by Armadillo to stop Squidly from getting the final capture of this first map. I do see Void Engineers taking the first map, though, having to move on to a second map to try and tie it up for Boss. I hate to call it early, obviously, because Tribes is such a fast and furious game, but the chances of them pulling this out, I guess not very good. Not with this amount of time left. I have seen teams do sick comebacks with more time on the clock, but now it looks like I think that Void Engineers could just run the clock if they wanted to.
Yeah, I'm really glad to see Void Engineers winning this for sure, though. They're a good team, and I like seeing them win.
Now, see, you're saying that because they beat your team, though, aren't you?
Correct.
The standoff has ended, though, in Boss's favor, thankfully, so Mitsu could possibly get up here and make a second capture, getting back a little bit of pride. But they could, again, if the defense is not ready,
He
ooh,
missed
he
the
got
flag.
knocked off the stand by Snowdog, looking for that E-grab, which he does get at the last second. Woodgears is not letting this capture go easy. So really the only thing you can expect to see here is if they get this capture, ooh, it falls behind the stand, killed by an orbital from Squidly, and Vitor with the sick return for his team, nice. The strikes are a new feature of Tribes Ascend that I think are pretty cool. There's nothing else like that in other Tribes games, where you can just have your high command drop in some explosives and kill the enemy guys for free.
Yeah, and they've proved to be really effective in both standoffs as well as offense to clear the stand just before grab. They're a really useful tool if you know how to use them timed properly.
Looks like Matten may have messed up his route. He's either hit the ship or something, but he just fell and died in front of the base. Matten has been doing some good, solid cap runs for Boss. Demitsu's got a midfield pickup, going sort of slowly in the front. He's not going to be getting away from those concerted defense from the Void Engineer, Sniper, Striker, and player on stand, Nitrous. I'm looking to see if either of the teams are going to make a final push here, either Void Engineers to close it out, or, yeah, Snowdog is not able to get his route off quite the way he wanted to, misses the flag or something, either got knocked off. But this wall that Engineers has erected is not being cracked very easily. Most of these Diamond Sword cappers are sort of hitting the wall, like the literal wall of the base, or being bounced around by the defense and not able to run their normal routes. I was really impressed though by Madden either clearing for himself earlier or just having one guy sacrifice himself to let Madden get away. Here he comes again. Just sneaks right by Squidly. I think he was chased away, scared away by one of those targeting lasers that indicate incoming tactical strike. But I'm not sure. I think the strikes are cool. I think you can run them. Ooh, looks like Luja killed himself by accident trying to kill Madden. It's going to be up to Void Engineers to get an E-grab. They don't get it. Now another capture. It's only a 2-point game now. 2 minutes is enough to make something happen here.
Especially if we wanted to go through those crazy chain grabs back and forth. It is possible, but it looks like Snowdog's cutting right through the middle here, going to make a clean
Yeah,
grab.
he's going to finally close us out, I think. There we go. That's 5-2 for Void Engineers. First map of the night, Crossfire, going to the old team, Void Engineers. I'm not sure if they're all originals, but Bytor is definitely an old name in Tribes. And we're going to be moving on now to, I think the next map is Arcs, is that right? So we'll let Craig
I'm
bring the screen
actually
down
unsure.
and we'll check it out when we come back.